It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Regular.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Allen again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 39 yards. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Back north.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Over. Take 30.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
26.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Plant.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To the air, Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And again, it's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook, a 14-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 42 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Allen going to go on 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Take 30. Mike.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 10 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Stop.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis from 19 yards away. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have regained the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Dawson Knox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On play action, Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time,
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Running right through him. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Throwing on first down is Allen. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, still... Daily sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce. Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Get 300! Get 300! Yeah, this.
Right to the air is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on first down. Completes it again to Doubs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really... And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
the site that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Romeo Doubs from 10 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelce on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. And here's Jones again on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Get 300! Get 300! Yeah, this.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
630!
Rodgers now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. These two teams all tied after one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. This one swung out here to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
43.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
They run once more with McCannon. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. The slot man in motion right. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McCannon as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser, and we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Easy.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney
from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Packers!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Attack, attack! 15. 15. Yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the stick.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And you think on third down and just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And nothing but daylight ahead. He will score. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
15.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Yellow. 50, yellow, yellow, yellow. 50, yellow, 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 yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Get 300. Get 300. Yeah, this. Take 30.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers, he'll drop this underneath for Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
50.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, that's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from. And
that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Hey, take 26.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Slot man moves right. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes will throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. From 49 yards away, he nailed it. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the... Rodgers going to come out throwing. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, 73 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Prescott to throw it. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well?
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 26. Here we go.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
On third down, here's Jones. And some room to... And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 51 yards. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 35 yards.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Robert Tonyan, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically thinking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it is how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick 6. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick 6, it's demoralizing. But when you look over the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back north.
Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, he's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Hey, 47! Go, get out there, Here we go, 46!
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, 88!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers to throw once more. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. The left side completion to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, take 26!
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 48 yards. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Kill. Hey, kill.
From the 41, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. That is caught by Lamb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The quick slant caught. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Prescott to throw it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
46.
Here's Prescott. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This for a 4th quarter lead. Maher able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
From the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. A check down here to Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Hey, 47!
Now Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here go 46!
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let it fly. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.